All right, Mr. Sigsby, you're up. 25T01947FY, people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Wayne Sigsby. And Attorney McGrath, you'd like to place your appearance on the record?
McGrath on behalf of the people.
And Mr. Sigsby, can you state your name, please?
My name is Robert Sigsby.
Okay.
Whoa, hold up. Right out the gate, Mr. Sigsby drops a bombshell, claiming the officer planted his own herb back into his pocket. If true, that's serious misconduct. But remember, without verified body cam footage, it's just one man's word against the system. And that, folks, is where things get messy in court.
All right, we are here today on this matter. We're back on an adjourned PCC. We've had a couple of PCCs at this point. The reason for the adjournment today was to ensure we were going to check on the exchanging of discovery. We were here on August 14th, and Mr. Sigsby has stated that he still needed some discovery. He wanted body cameras of all police officers present at the time of his arrest, and I did order any available body cameras to be turned over to Mr. Sigsby. So we have a probable cause conference on September 11th as well, because I wanted to give Mr. Sigsby an opportunity to, file any valid motions that he may want to file prior to.
Let's break this down. What we're hearing is called a probable cause conference, PCC. Basically, a legal pit stop before trial to make sure everyone's got their evidence in order. The judge is making sure discovery, that's the exchange of body cam videos, reports, and witness lists, is fully transparent. Because in criminal law, hidden evidence equals chaos in court.
Exam after receiving all of his discovery, but we set today to make sure that there weren't any issues in regards to discovery. So, having said that, Attorney McGrath, what information do you have for me?
I know my recollection was that initially all the body cam videos were sent to Mr. Hilliker, and I believe he provided them. He indicated that he had provided them to Mr. Sigsby via a thumb drive. My recollection was also I see we have some cruiser cams, which I had directed my paralegal to send to Mr. Sigsby because, of course, as the court remembers, Mr. Hilliker was removed from representation. So now we have to deal with directly to Mr. Sigsby. And there are, to my knowledge, I don't see nor have any other body cams that are available. We've given or will be able to provide him what we already have.
Well, part of the issue, Attorney McGrath, was that why I set today's hearing was last time we were here, I believe Attorney Young was here for the prosecutor's office, and there was some, I don't know what I would call it, back and forth maybe about how discovery was going to be exchanged and where Mr. Sigsby could pick that up. And so I wanted to make sure that any outstanding discovery was handed to him today in court so that we wouldn't have any questions about where discovery is, whether or not it was exchanged. So
okay. Now that I am looking at Mr. Young's notes to that effect, and obviously not being in court, we can't provide it to him via hand delivery. So
well, and this is the problem we run into when I don't have an assigned prosecutor. Because that information probably wasn't relayed to you for today.
Well, with all due respect, we've tried to provide as best coverage as we can given the circumstances. But
So what's your plan to get that to Mr. Sigsby, I guess? That's
what do you want? I mean, are you asking us or ordering us to give it to him directly?
That was my order last time in court. I ordered it last time in court. Yes.
Okay, but obviously, if it was today's date to give it to him in court, we all knew that we weren't going to be in court today, even if I had it in my hands. Right?
Well, so no, actually, no, though. Wait, because last time Attorney Young was here in person, we were all in person, and so we had this kind of long conversation about how a discovery was going to be exchanged, and I said, you know what, I'm going to order any outstanding discovery be provided to Mr. Sigsby, and I'm going to order that it be handed to him in court on August 28th, 2025 at 11 o'clock a.m. That was my order, and I did that in the hopes that it would ease the process of it, but it hasn't. So, hold on just a second, Attorney McGrath, because Mr. Sigsby, what did you want to say?
I understand what the court said, but then you were requiring us to come out to court to hand over some.
And there it is. Judicial frustration in real time. The judge had already ordered the prosecutor's office to hand over the footage in court. That didn't happen. When court orders are ignored, it's not just disrespectful. It can weaken the prosecution's credibility. Imagine being told twice to do your homework and still showing up empty-handed.
This discovery that. Yes. All right. Well,
that was my order. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That was my order.
That's fine.
Hold on just a second. Hold on. I need to let Mr. Sigsby speak. So hold on just a second. Mr. Sigsby, go ahead.
Yeah, it's critical, because of the angle that the police officer, I watched him pull the sack out of my pocket, my personal Native American herb, and then he shoved it back in and took me to jail with it. I watched this. My friend watched it. He got video of it. I'd like to see the other 10 cops that came there with their guns out.
But the issue is just getting that.
I can meet you. I want to confer with the prosecutor. I got a right to do that. So I was wanting to meet.
I'm not. There's nothing really to confer about, sir. I would recommend against that, and I will do what I can if the court will indulge us another adjournment. I will make sure that I at least look into the other, making sure that we have whatever copies of either cruiser cam or body cam we have available, that we will get it copied. And if the court tells me to show up at a certain place and time, I will be there, or I will have a representative there to hand deliver it to Mr. Sigsby.
So, Mr. Sigsby, if the remaining videos were put on a flash drive, you can use that?
I can use that. Okay.
So here's what I'm going to order today. And I made an order last time and it wasn't followed, but Attorney McGrath, I know that you, hold on, I know that you will ensure that my order is followed. And I know sometimes it's hard for the younger attorneys, the newer attorneys to relay that information for whatever reason, but it was an order that I made. I thought I was very clear about it. But I know that if I tell you, I know that it will get done. So I'm glad that you're here today. So what I'm going to order today is that the prosecutor's office is to put any outstanding discovery on a flash drive and have that available for Mr. Sigsby to pick up at. Where would he go if he were to come to the prosecutor's office to pick that up? Where would he go?
Well, he could come to our office and make contact down here at District Court.
That's a bold statement. Sigsby doubles down, describing a scene where an officer allegedly fakes evidence. Whether or not that's true, it raises the real question. If multiple officers were on scene, where's the footage? In an age of mandatory body cams, Missing video can sometimes say more than what's shown on tape.
And make contact with my people, and they will let me know that he is here, and we'll make sure that it gets delivered to him. Unless you want him to appear in court sometime when we're down there. And
what I'm going to say is I'm gonna pick a day and a time that he can be there, and that way someone from the prosecutor's office can just walk out with flash drive and hand it to him, and that's that. I don't want to have to set another PCC. We already have the September 11th date, so what I'm going to say is that let's see, Mr. Sigsby, if we said Wednesday the 3rd at some time, will you be able to be at district court to pick that up?
I do believe at this time I can.
Okay.
Judge, can you again? I apologize. With the holiday and everything, can we do it the following week? Or later in the week. I mean,
We can do later that week. So we'll do Friday the 5th. Okay, so Friday the 5th, are you available on that day, Mr.
I
Sigsby?
will.
All right. So Friday, September 5th, 2025 at, Mr. Sigsby, you give me a time.
No, I like 11.
11? At 11 o'clock a.m., Mr. Sigsby will be at the district court at the prosecutor's office to pick up the flash drive, which will have any outstanding discovery on it. It sounded like maybe there are a couple of dash cams. We already had this conversation as well. I know, Mr. Sigsby, you say that there are, I'm not saying I disbelieve you, I'm just saying what you say is that there should be multiple body cams. Prosecutor's office has what they have. If you believe they have insufficient evidence, then that's something that you bring up at trial. But we're going to go ahead with the preliminary exam with what they say they have. And you can address that you think that there's some things missing or not, but we're not going to be able to not move forward because of that issue, okay? So, go ahead. What did you want to say?
It's kind of crunchy amount of time to watch the videos. But I mean, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So, there was like 3 jurisdictions there, plus the sergeant was there. So, he was close. You would think the sergeant of the sheriff's department would have his body camera on. And then there was at least 2 Burton cars. I do believe there was around 4 Burton police there. And I mean, if they're running out here, it looked like I robbed a bank is what it looked like. And there's so many people with their police, with their guns. And I couldn't understand this over a traffic stop, a civil infraction. The seatbelt is not an arrestable offense. He had no reason to ask me my ID. So Colder versus Lawson says I don't have to produce an ID.
All right, we're not getting into those
Okay,
things, but I do want you to relay that information of the people that you thought were there, so that Attorney McGrath.
Yes, and the Flint Township was there also.
Okay. All right.
So
Good.
one of these people should have the angle of the police taking it out and putting it back in my pocket. That's suspicious of a crime in my mind for any cop to lay you out like that. It's that big of a bag. How could you not find it in a pat down?
Okay, and so last thing is the probable cause conference that we set to actually move the case forward was for September 11th, 2025, 11 o'clock a.m. We can leave it on that date, or we can put it a week after that on the 18th if you think you'll need more time, Mr. Sigsby. It does not.
Time is precious. I'd like to have more time. It would be nice for me.
Okay. Attorney McGrath, are you opposed to putting the next PCC on September 18th?
I am not opposed to that.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, so then we will...
Judge, may I inquire just one thing? Did Mr. Hilliker, did Mr. Sigsby receive from Mr. Hilliker the discovery that we already sent to him?
Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there was a flaw in it.
And that's a wrap on today's legal tug of war. The judge just moved the next hearing to September 18th, giving both sides a little breathing room. But make no mistake, this delay isn't just scheduling, it's a silent warning. In the justice system, failing to follow orders can come back loud at trial. So the question is, will the missing footage finally surface, or will it vanish into thin legal air?
And I remember
I'm not getting into a discussion about what there is or isn't. What I want to know is Did you receive it from Mr. Hilliker so
Yes,
we don't
I
have
did.
to duplicate efforts?
Right, we don't need to duplicate the arresting officer's body cam because
Okay.
it's worthless the way he leaned on me that
Okay,
day.
okay,
Well-
we don't need that right now, but you do have, I remember we talked about that, you do have that discovery.
Yes, I do.
That's good.
For all
Okay.
Okay.
parties.
Okay, so one more time. This is what my notes state. This is what we're doing. We're going to put any outstanding discovery on a flash drive, and that will be available for pickup by Mr. Sigsby at District Court on September 5th, Friday, September 5th, 2025 at 11 o'clock a.m. That is an order of the court that needs to be done. Probable cause conference will be moved to, and I will find good cause for that because of these discovery issues. Probable cause conference will be moved to September 18th, 2025, 11 o'clock a.m.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Wait, I never.
All right, thank you. All right, and then that's all of our PCCs today. I believe Attorney McGrath, you agree?
Yes, I believe we've taken care of all of them, Judge.
All right, very good. Then have a good day.
Have a great weekend.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Yes. We can write you out a notice if you want one.
Yeah, some on paper, cause,